The love story of King Frederick and Queen Mary is often described as a true fairy tale. They met during the 2000 Olympic Games in a bar in Sydney. Mary, then known as Mary Elizabeth Donaldson, grew up in Hobart, Tasmania, Australia, and had no idea who Frederick was when they first met. In a conversation with Australian comedian N.W.E in 2005, Mary recalled the fateful night she met her future husband, saying, "When we first met, we shook hands. I didn't know he was the Prince of Denmark." After exchanging phone numbers, the couple began secretly dating. When it became known that the future King of Denmark was in a long-distance relationship, Mary took a job at Microsoft in Copenhagen and moved there. Like many royal couples, Frederick and Mary faced several scandals and media storms after their fairy tale wedding in 2004. As a young man, Frederick was known as a playboy who enjoyed partying, and many expected him to leave his escapades behind after marrying Queen Mary in 2004. However, that was not the case. For years later, Frederick was still spotted in clubs, behaving in a way that likely made Queen Margrethe clutch her heart in anxiety. His wife was also unhappy about his continued love for wild parties. In July 2008, it was reported that Frederick had argued with Mary after getting drunk in a nightclub in Skagen, Denmark. The prince allegedly endangered the good reputation of the Danish royal family, and Mary sent him home. A month later, he was thrown out of a nightclub in Beijing after a party he attended shortly after his wife left for Denmark. It is not known what happened behind closed doors after this incident, but Mary showed no signs of hostility towards Frederick when they met shortly after his rowdy night out in Australia. The concern that King Frederick's love for rambunctious parties would eventually lead to the demise of his marriage was not entirely unfounded. Various unnamed sources had previously speculated that Frederick would not be able to keep his partying habits in the past. When rumors emerged that Frederick and Queen Mary often spent nights apart, the concerns about their marriage intensified. It was reported that Frederick had a sort of bachelor pad where he would retreat when things got tough. A close source claimed that the accusations had caused concern, especially since Queen Mary had previously hinted that she and Frederick did not always spend time together, saying, "We are so close, but we also give each other space." Before the pandemic, Mary and Frederick spent more time apart than ever, with Mary staying in Switzerland with their children and Frederick remaining in Denmark. During the pandemic, rumors about King Frederick and Queen Mary's marital problems persisted. In 2021, it was reported that Mary and Frederick were not getting along and were increasingly living separate lives. Mary was said to be distant with her husband and was trying to find new hobbies to cheer herself up and distract herself from the rumors about their allegedly chaotic marriage. She loved horseback riding and found it a great way to relieve stress. The source added that the Queen spent more time in the stables the more problems arose in her relationship with Frederick, saying, "I'm sure it also helps that the trainer she spends time with is very handsome." Although there is no evidence that Mary had a romantic relationship with the trainer, her new hobby sparked many rumors. In November 2023, speculation about King Frederick and Queen Mary's marriage intensified when the king was spotted with another woman during a trip to Spain. The tabloids quickly published photos of Frederick and the mysterious woman, causing a media scandal. It turned out that the woman seen with Frederick was a Spanish prominent who was allegedly just friends with the king. Of course, the tabloids were not particularly interested in this version of the story, and the rumor mill continued to churn. A friend of the king stated to the press, "I categorically deny any claims of romantic relationships between myself and Prince Frederick. All claims of this nature are not only completely false, but also maliciously distort the facts. The matter is already in the hands of my lawyers, who will take all necessary steps to protect my right to honor, truth, and privacy." Rumors of an affair have been following the British royals for years, and it seems that the Danish royal family is now facing the storm. Although she denied having a romantic relationship with King Frederick, her statement did not exactly help dispel the rumors. As if adding fuel to the fire, Queen Mary was spotted boarding a plane with her two children, Princess Josephine and Prince Vincent, to visit her family in Australia. It was reported that Frederick would join his wife and children next week. It is unclear whether the trip was spontaneous or had been planned. All eyes were on Queen Mary after rumors of King Frederick's alleged affair emerged. Following her trip to Australia and New Zealand, the Queen was seen saying,